And hello everyone, and welcome to this new live stream for AION Update 2.5 Lady Seals call. So as you may have noticed on social media, I mentioned it, Galeas won't be able to be with us today. So for now we have still the surprise guest. You will find out very soon, maybe, if I can have him around. I will need to ask her a bit. So what we will do today, so first of all, I'm Drestam. Most of you know me already, but I'm still going to present myself. So I'm community manager for AION, so English, French, and on the game in general. So that's me. We will have today, so as I said, a special guest. We will review the 2.5 update patch notes that went live this morning. So yeah, we will go over the patch note. I gathered a few questions from last stream for those who were curious, who wanted more details about what we showed on stream. And yeah, I think that's what we'll do today. And we'll have a little surprise for you. So you first have the code, as you see in the title. So you have the code CLASSICSOLORIUS2023. A little gift, a few candies that you can use on any character you want, so you can use it once per account. Everyone can use it, and it's all free, so don't hesitate. And new thing today, we are also live on YouTube, so say hello to YouTube. You won't be able to interact between each other, but don't worry, I will with both of you. So hello everyone. So then I will ask my guest to arrive, so hey, please. Okay, hello again everyone. And so we have our guest, so Fellow Graphics. Thank you for joining us. It was a bit of a... we had some trouble to to get everything done to invite you, but yeah, I'm very glad you're here. So hello Fellow.
Thank you very much.
Present yourself, please.
Well, hello everyone. It's a bit confusing. First time doing this, so sorry if I do any mistakes.
No, don't worry. Just be yourself. No stress.
So, as most of you know, I'm Philographics. Been playing this game since forever, and I was invited by Galeas. So, thank you for having me, definitely. And yeah, let's go.
Okay, so let's jump into it. So, did you have any questions before we start, like how we will do things? All good for you?
Well, I mean, kind of, I've been asking questions all day. And that's definitely not going to stop. So
that's okay, yeah.
let's get started, and then I'll ask those questions.
So I will put the patch note on screen so that you can see with us. So you can have the patch notes also yourself if you want on your screen. It's on the news, you have on forum, on the launcher also, the Gameforge client. So you can just follow the stream or have the patch notes with you, and yeah, so we'll go over it. If you have any question, don't hesitate to ask. So as I said, we have also a few questions on our side, so we will just show them to you if needed. Maybe I should zoom a bit more? Yeah, better like that. Okay, so let's start with the beginning, the dungeons, because in my opinion, it's still the biggest part of the update, like new dungeons. I love playing dungeons, so that's for me the main part. These are all dungeons that we see in the trailer that I really like. So you just discovered it, you told me, like you haven't seen it before.
It's a new dungeon, definitely. I mean, I did manage to run it in Korea. It is actually quite interesting, and obviously I have a bit more information here on the screen as you guys. So I can definitely tell you it is worth running with all your main characters or twins. It's going to provide you a good amount of Abyss points on a weekly base. Just to kind of give you a rough understanding. So you will need 12,500 points for S rank, and you need 11k for an A rank, and other than that, obviously decreasing the amounts of Abyss points getting in that dungeon, but it is a good amount. So I've compared the patch notes from Korea and EU, and I'm really happy with all the drops. So
hey,
definitely good job.
We didn't have the drop. We hope them. So yeah, I think also last week Larsa mentioned that at some point you have some keys to grab to progress through the dungeons, but then they remove some points, so you have to be careful on what you do. But We won't spoil too much the way you have to go into the dungeon, but yeah. So you can expect pretty cool stuff. So you mentioned the rewards that you have in the dungeon. So don't say that for S rank. How much AP? Do you know the details?
Yes, it is a set amount plus also additional rewards. So I'm gonna keep the amount as to just say that it is enough definitely for getting you stigmas if you still grinding those stigmas. If you want to grind on alt characters, getting your because the dungeon takes 15-20 minutes. It's quite quick. So even if you're going for gear, it is definitely an improvement to have that. Running every week, it will give you a solid amount, I would say.
Okay, well, I'm fine with that, and I mean, everyone will get S the first week, so anyway, you will find out very soon how much it is. Okay, maybe second week at best.
Yeah, definitely. There are gonna be plenty of S rank tutorials on YouTube.
I don't
I'm assuming.
That, so.
And to be honest, like I had a ping of 500 on Korea, and I still managed to get S rank. So it shouldn't be that hard. It's a jump and run. So if you're good at jump and run, it should be fine.
That reminds me, like we had a lot of complaints regarding the rubber band effect in Arena, for example. So we tried to change it a bit. Can you tell us in chat if you still have issues with that? We will of course forward and make more changes if needed, but I think we fixed it overall. So if you noticed, okay, you still have the issues? Okay, so noted.
Well, I saw definitely an improvement, but rubber banding is not always from the server side. So your own network.
Yeah, there were also
it all matters. So that's why.
Okay, so we'll try to be a bit more careful on this, but yeah, it's definitely on our plate. So yeah. So that's it for tempo. So it will be 1 entry per week that we mentioned already last stream, and yeah. So then we have the Padmarashka's Cave. So this one is not a new instance. It was already existent in the past, but it was a bit different because you needed a full raid group, like a alliance group, sorry.
Yeah.
And so yeah.
What
changed?
So this one is now a 6-man group. I mean, you can technically run it with lower people, like 2 is the minimum and 6 is maximum. It used to be 48, if I'm remembering correct, and usually what would happen is you would run it once a week, and the loot had to be distributed with those amounts of players, which kind of meant that you wouldn't get anything. So decreasing the amount of players is definitely a positive thing, and it also is a daily dungeon. So usually we have like Bash, we have 7 entries, and then you can run them anytime you want. But this, especially this dungeon, you kind of have to run it, or should be running it every day.
Yeah, for now it's really once per day. It's not 7 per week, so yeah,
exactly.
You will have to.
So reset is every day, 9 o'clock in the morning, server time, and should be doing that every day. One thing I like, I like the most on this dungeon is it's not a fully compact dungeon. So it's basically just few mobs, and then you have the boss in the end. So it just doesn't take too much time. So technically, it's good content that you can do every day.
Yeah, and you don't need to plan for 2 hours before jumping in. And
exactly.
That's pretty cool actually.
With a full good static of good players, you can kind of do it with gold gear. If you're looking in LFG, then try to go for Bash gear because you don't want to be stuck in there.
Yeah, usually when it's with people you don't know, you need a bit more gear to compensate. And so what kind of rewards can you expect in Padma?
Padmarashka has obviously the gear, eternal gear, and the weapon. The weapon is actually one of the best weapons, if not the best weapon for most of the classes. If you combine that with the PvP 55, that is also coming. We're going to get to that later. So if you combine both of them together, you have a biz weapon till 3.0, definitely.
Oh, okay. So this far up ahead. So it's
yes.
All right, so you're set up for a very good amount of time.
Yeah, but I mean, again, it depends on your class. Everything that I say today, keep in mind. Like I'm trying to give an answer for all kind of players. if you're a casual player, if you are a hardcore player, I mean, if you're a hardcore player, you should know what to do. But if you're a casual player, then it is maybe a good answer, but it might not be always the best answer for you.
Yeah, because some classes are a bit different, need
exactly.
different weapons or anything. But don't hesitate if you're a newer player. We have a Discord, an official Discord. Don't hesitate to come there, ask your questions. We have the new channel, Class Talks, with a forum section in Discord. So don't hesitate to ask your questions. There are always people ready to answer, willing to answer, I should say. And so, yeah, don't hesitate. Or on this stream also, we will answer questions when we see them. And so I think we have everything for Padma's Cave.
Mm-hmm.
So let's go on to the next dungeons. So, okay, it's a bit cut by the formatting, sorry for that. So we'll have the Empyrean Crucible. So we have 2 Crucibles actually.
Yeah.
So the Empyrean Crucible and the Crucible Challenge.
I am actually really excited by this one.
The Empyrean one?
Both of them.
Both of them?
Yeah. So it is again also, those of you who played retail before, you kind of know the solo PvE dungeon or PvE arena, as many call it in-game, or the 6-man PvE arena. It's definitely something that you should also keep an eye on, because maybe one of them will provide you a platinum medal.
Oh.
So that's why definitely try to run both of them. And also, if you're lucky enough, there's also Eternal Wings maybe somewhere hidden.
Oh, okay. So in both of them also?
In one of them.
Okay. So we'll not say which ones. Or
but yeah, for progress, it is both dungeons are really essential. So just try to get your static to run the 6-man, and yourself try to run the solo one as much as you can.
So it's once per week for the group one, and it's twice per week for the solo one.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, try to do them as much as you can.
Yeah.
You will maybe get new Eternal Wings, and you can expect platinum medals. So the new medals for getting gear, PvP gear, I think. So yeah.
Again, the amount of loot is improved from Korea. It looks much better. And there's even a fix for Balik, as I can see. So it's really good. It's positive.
We tried our best. And so last but not least, the Deathly Chamber.
Yeah, that one, it's also for PvP. You get Abyss points. It's a 3-man dungeon, but it can be done with anyone who is, kind of solid geared. You can kind of do it on your own. It has, if you haven't done it before, it's basically, the layout is similar to left wing of Lower Abyss. You have 6 basically rooms, and you would be entering in each of them, and each of them you can get, Abyss relicts, which can be traded later on for Abyss points. So it's also a good way to get Abyss points for your twins or for your main character. It's always a good positive thing, as you will need a lot of Abyss points to get the Eternal gear that is coming as well.
And so you say you can do it solo, but it says 2 players minimum, so you need someone to go with you.
Yes, no, you basically, the players know kind of the way around it. You just need someone to hold your group, and then you can go in and then you can run that dungeon.
Just wanted to make it clear for everyone.
Yes, of course.
Because we have newer players who don't know this workaround already. So see, already, first tip, well, not the first.
Try to join a friendly, helpful legion, where you have nice people that would hold a group for you.
Okay, I will allow some advertisements, no worries. So that's it for the new dungeons. And so we have also a few changes on the actual dungeons. So change the dialogues and location of certain NPC in the Kaizenel Academy and Marcheton Priory. Beshmode Temple, so this we mentioned last week. So we will reduce the HP of bosses. And we will also change a bit the loot. So you will have increased chance to gain Stormwing's gear. So most importantly, the weapon, I would say. And we also changed where each piece of gear can loot on the dungeon. So we have all the changes here. So you can see the different bosses. And that's it. And we also added the Stormwing Essence. So when you run Beshmundir Temple in hard mode, you can get a Stormwing Essence if you don't get your weapon. And when you have 7 weapons, you can craft a chest with a chance to have your weapon. And if you still don't get the weapon, you get another currency to craft another chest, and this time your weapon will be guaranteed.
Exactly.
So it's like a mercy system on 2 levels, but in the end you will have your Stormwing weapon if you really want it. If you're really not lucky also, because you will need to run many times before getting it, so you also have many chances to have your weapon. And I think that's all for Beshmundir. I'm just checking. So yeah, with the critical craft, that's when you get your weapon. The selection box. Or the nectar. And so yeah, so we change also the difficulty of Liberated. I think it's the new one, right? The later one. Yeah. So we changed the Stormwing HP by 10%. And we removed a bit of the spawns, I should say.
It just got, basically, it's a nerf that was meant to come. But I guess most people will be focusing on the actual Beshmundirs because the ones that haven't gotten their gear yet, they have the possibility to get it since Eternal loot got increased. And as you just mentioned, the bosses got changed, and the new bosses also come with a nerf. The HP is reduced, so it shouldn't be that hard to get that. It also means that obviously when you're dropping those eternal pieces, you can also start DEing them to get enchantment stones. So that is also a positive thing. So get those cell runs up and running.
See, listen to the tips. So we changes also the stigma's chances. So we augmented the chest. I think it's for the old dungeons. So for the earlier stigmas.
Yes.
Lower level stigmas, because it's not just low levels. So yeah, we increased the chance to 100% actually. So it's very nice. I think we had a lot of issues, especially in the beginning with stigmas. So at least for players who are catching up, so newer players, or maybe if you want to create an alt or something, it's very cool, I think.
Yeah. So as you can see, I mean, all those low-level dungeons have a 100% drop loot now. I would suggest to just make an alt, level him up after 2.5. The leveling progress will also be much easier than it is right now. I guess we're going to come to the changes of the leveling soon. So yeah, that's it. I think that's
we changed them already a bit. I think it was a month ago or something, or for 2.4.
Yeah,
we changed it. We changed them quite a lot actually.
Yeah, but there's also one more a change coming that is actually huge, which is basically obviously Ilios Asmo is the same. Whenever you while leveling up, there are dungeons that you have to do in a group. And the issue is sometimes you're leveling up, on your own peacetime at nighttime and finding those people to help you with creating a monster on the Ilios side. Exactly. Yeah. So now what was added is a solo version for all those campaign quest dungeons that you can just enter them on your own and just complete the quest. And then so that's why obviously you will be leveling much, much faster.
And will you also get the 100% chance in those solo dungeons?
Well, it depends. It depends which one you're running, because most of those dungeons, you won't really be running them for those XP runs. You kind of skip most of them because it's much faster if you level with the quest itself. It mostly affects the quest after level 35, 40.
Okay.
Which is kind of the area where most people are like, yeah, I just want to be level 50 as fast as possible. And then reaching 50, 51, from that, the step to 55 is also already was increased last time. We had about 200 million XP got removed. So getting 55 is definitely not a big issue anymore.
So, okay, that's it for the stigmas. Sorry, I lost my word there. So we changes the Isoterras reward chest, because since we will switch to platinum medals, of course, we change the actual loot for dungeons. We slightly increased the battle reward for the Chantrat region. And we fixed a few things. So then Now we're done with the... Oh, sorry.
It is to mention about the Isoterras.
Yeah.
As you can see, you are getting Azure Gold medals, but now you're going to be getting the Platinum medal fragments. So keep in mind, you need, I think it was 10. You need 10 fragments, which gives you 1 medal. So if you still have scrolls lying around, might be an idea to run them.
Might be an idea to use them now before they become useless.
Exactly.
So that's it for PvE dungeons. Let's make a little break to catch up with chat. So, do you have any questions so far in the chat regarding the 5 new dungeons or the changes to Beshmandir? Don't hesitate. Now is your time to shine. So yeah, Padmarashka, 6-player max. So from 2 to 6. So technically you can duo it if you feel like it, but I think duo it would be pretty hard.
Eta Tech class being added with this patch. No.
No.
The classes from retail, the new classes that came after the initial release, Korea's technically said in one of their statements, they said they're not planning to have any of those classes on Classic. That's why we're getting those new classes.
Yeah, some classes that we didn't know. So first one will be on 2.7, but we still have time. We are barely on 2.5, so you can enjoy the usual classes, we'll say for now. Question about stigmas. What about level 34 ones? They are not mentioned in patch notes. Yeah, because we don't change the stigmas themselves. We change the chest when they can't drop. So
yeah.
But technically, you have more chance of having the stigmas you want.
I mean, they're technically asking the Sage's Wisdom question, and there is not a solution for right now for that. That is going to come a little bit later with next patches. Since, I mean, you did mention it last stream as well, that there's not really an influence from Gameforge. It comes from Korea. So
yeah, we can influence some stuff, but yeah, we can't choose what we want. It's not as easy. So yeah, I think we've answered everything. So give loot table. So that won't happen. We're already giving you like what you can expect, but yeah, well, you will figure out very quick because most of the dungeons many players already know, except Tempus, because it's new in Europe at least. But yeah, don't worry, you will find out everything. So yeah, let's switch on to the next part. So it will be arenas. So no change directly on arenas, mostly fixes. So yeah, we know that sometimes more players than expected could enter an arena. So that will be fixed. Also, you won't be able to join arena after it's over. And yeah, the points will be displayed directly. So, yeah. So small changes, but I think few people complained about that, especially since you have a limited amount of entries. So yeah, when you tag with 3 people, and I think also when you had 3 people, one of them didn't get anything. I think so. Yeah, it's really wasted. So yeah, that was an issue. So we got rid of that.
There is one thing to mention in Arena though.
Yep.
It's a Gameforge feature. So since we know that there aren't any improvement on the system yet, because again it's going to come from Korea and it's going to come in the next patches, Gameforge is going to remove all the tickets. That is good to mention. Before the start of the next season, which will technically start a day after, as far as I know.
Yeah, last week also I think we posted something about that. So like we will remove every ticket at the beginning of the season. So
that can't be abused anymore. So that is definitely a positive thing.
Yeah, because that's something that was brought up a lot actually in the community. Because they knew it happened because it happened before. So that's a good point on being a bit late on Classic, that we kind of know the most common issues, so we can address them already. So
Fortress, my final topic, my favorite topic.
The big one. So of course we adjusted the API required to reach certain ranks that we showed last week. And so of course we changed the rewards, because if you need more points to rank up, of course we will give you more points when doing activities. So what do you think of those changes?
So, as far as we can see, obviously, platinum medals are the one that most people want at this point. So, We still have the lower fortresses. We have Seals East, West, we have Sulfur. And as you can see, they still drop gold medals. And gold medals, right now, there is a shortage of gold medals, and there are still a lot of people who are trying to complete their level 50 gear. So my advice to them is to just have a level 40 or level 45 character. That is easily done. You can give him PvE gear and try to do those sieges, because either you can use the medals on your own, you can try to keep the medals, or you can just sell the medals for some Kina. So that it's always a good option to just have a twink for doing that, especially because of the new class that is coming, and then the new class that is going to come after that. They will need PvE.
Yeah,
PvP
of course,
gear.
you will need to gear the new character.
You know, the medals are required, and in one of those dungeons, actually, we also have loot, gold medals as a loot.
Oh.
So there are more ways added, but just try to do that as much as you can. Other than that, Asteria, Roa, defending is also going to be something that people need to consider again. So yeah, there's not much to say about that. It's just try to get as best PvE gear as possible, so you can do the most DPS.
Yeah, we won't read every case of the table, so we'll just go over it.
That is a lot.
So see, you have everything. You have
exactly.
Successful defense, successful capture, unsuccessful capture. So you have everything. So you have all the info you would ever need on this. So yeah, you mentioned earlier that the gold medals can be traded. So that's also new with 2.5. So you can buy you can craft a box that will contain 2 medals. I think it was. So,
Yes.
So you pay 3 medals, you have a box that only contains 2, but this box is tradable. So you can sell it, you can send it to your alts or to friends, or you can do whatever you want with them. So yeah.
Okay, I mean, someone was just saying don't spoon feed the tryhards, but sorry, I can't be quiet, because the thing is, if you use that morph recipe, you will lose 30% of your medals. You should not be doing that. The reason why I'm saying it, because there is also another way where you can use your Azure Gold medals and transform them into gold medals or silver medals to get a little bit keener. Or in 3.0, the Azure Gold medals are going to become tradable anyways.
Yeah, but 3.0 is a bit far away.
Yes,
so.
but then you have new as I said, you will have the 2 new classes. Those people need gear, and that is the easiest way to get gear.
Yeah, of course. So yeah. Keep in mind, so you can already trade them, but if you wait, you will trade them at a better rate, we will say.
Exactly.
So yeah, so that's it for the Fortress. So again, you can have the patch notes on the forum on the Gameforge client, and you have exactly what I'm showing you. So don't worry, it's not hidden. We don't hide anything. We are open right now.
Exactly.
We show everything. So that's it for the dungeons. So overall, this time, PvP and PvE. So let's go on to the new systems, and first, the sanctification.
Yeah, I can't pronounce that. I'm not going to try.
It's okay. You can say conditioning. We're used to it.
Sanctification. I think I did it.
Hey, yeah. First try. It's easy.
Yeah. So that method is coming as well. It's for PvP gear only. So what is happening? You have additional stats to your GBG, ABG gear. You can go to an NPC. You can also use the in-game items from the merch window, if I'm correct. And basically you add that with Kina to your gear to have improved stats. But as you are using the gear, the sanctification will also be used, and it's something you have to be doing over and over again. Kind of like, let's say if you're an active player, it usually holds up for a week, roughly.
Oh, so it's still a good amount of time.
And you would be paying 8 to 10 million roughly to fill it up again. So
yeah, I think we showed it was between 1 and 2 million per piece, depending on what piece of gear it was.
Which technically also would mean that for PvE, better to have a PvE gear rather than using your PvP gear and just keep draining your sanctification.
And because PvP gear maybe can't be sanctified.
Exactly.
Yeah, so you would just have more more stats. I think we had a question last time, so we answered it, but just to make sure. Someone was asking if when you sanctify a piece of gear and you change your gear, like is the sanctification linked to the gear or to the character?
It's linked to the gear.
Yeah.
Obviously.
So that's what we showed. It could have been the character, you never know, but yeah, just to make sure the sanctification is linked to the gear, so if you change your piece, you won't have the sanctification of your newly equipped piece, so be careful with that. So you have everything about the sanctification, so we explain again how it works. So there are 2 levels of sanctifications. And so when the second level depletes, you're back to level 1.
Yes.
You can just replay to get back your
Yes.
just what you missed. So you have NPCs on multiple locations for both factions. And that's it. So on the UI side, you will have gauge to your certification, and you will have a little symbol when you reach below 40%, like to make sure you're not surprised to lose it.
Oh, I didn't see that. I missed that. Oh, okay. Thank you.
No problem. We're here for that.
So you get a reminder.
Yeah. So you have a little
That is
icon
good.
that says like, "Hey, you're low on sanctification. Be careful. Don't go in Padmarashka right now." And so with the sanctification, we will also have the combat talent. So this one I really like. I always like when you have like a number to the power of your character, when you can say. And so what's the combat talent, fellow graphics?
So combat talent, in other games, you can kind of call it gear score. I don't know why you guys called it combat. So gear
That's
score is
nice.
basically the best explanation for it. It's when you use your gear, mana stones, enchantment stones on it, and weapon as well, and the second hand as well. You will get a value, and there is also which is called combat points. It will combat talents. It will also give you a ranking to it, and the reason why that is so significant, or why this is so important, because later on, after 2.8, roughly, I think is the first time when they introduce it, it will kind of also interfere with the entries for. I think they will start with the arena, and then they will implement the dredges and Tiak as well, so that you are not.
Later on, you will have like matchmaking with
matchmaking.
the combat talent points.
Exactly.
That's nice.
And also the right now, the most important thing is that we also have one time for each character, not for each account, for each character. If you reach a certain points, you get a reward. I think the maximum is 15k.
I think
if it's the
13.
same as Korea, then it's 15k. If not, then it's 13.
I think when we showed it, it was 13, and you had the Godstone selection box.
Yeah, and the Godstone selection box is obviously something that everyone wants. I mean, I could give you tips on that as well, but just look at LFG and you'll know what I'm doing, and then you can do the same. How to reach it first.
You can go on Discord, ask around. You can go on. I think you have a Discord also for your community.
I do. It's more for my Legion, but I mean, come on. You can message me anytime, anywhere, and I'll give you any answer you need. That's not a problem.
On the nice, our content creators.
But any content creator is basically the same. They would help you as much as they can.
So that's it for combat talent. There will be also a ranking.
Just one thing I like to mention before, because might be important. So stat increase, skills, ability, stigmas, title, do not interfere with the combat talent, so they have no impact on it whatsoever.
But the sanctification does.
Yeah, exactly.
Toward
that
the combat
does.
talent.
Yeah, that does. Yeah.
So be mindful of that. You can earn some points just by sanctifying your gear. And so there will be also a ranking for the combat talent, so you can see where you are compared to others. You can also filter by class.
Yeah.
So if you want to only compare to people from your class, the ranking will be updated every 4 hours. We also had a questions regarding that. Some people were asking me if we could hide the combat talent from others, because you used to be able to hide your gear, and that won't be possible. So your combat talent will be public. Everyone will see how many points you have. So be warned on this side.
I mean, I understand where they're coming from.
Yeah,
because it's basically the same shout when people say only taking
Yeah.
my AION players, you know,
Of course.
or only taking 5k combat talent.
So yeah, on this one, yeah, you won't be able to hide it. So yeah, everyone will see it. And I think that's it for combat talent. You got naked every 4 hours to avoid ranking. Well, if you're ready to go that far to not show your combat talent, why not? But
that actually reminded me. Of something. So for those of you who are already planning to do it this way, it doesn't work. So if you go in arena with a lower gear, so you fight lower people, you will be put in a separate bracket where people that are doing the same, you will be fighting those people. So,
so they have
don't even think about doing that.
They have like a smurfing special arena. So yeah, keep in mind, stay honest. And so yeah, that's it for the two main big mechanics that will be coming for 2.5. Again, do you have any question in chat? Or Felo, do you have any question of your own?
I have loads of questions after we're done with this.
No problem. We'll get back to that.
Yeah, get your best gear. Try to be level 60, use level 60 gear, eternal gear. Get a 60 mana stones in there. Try to enchant it as high as you can, and you should be fine with those combat talent points.
So yeah, I see someone pasting the code in the chat. For this code, you need to go in the shop in-game, and you will have a redeem code option. And then you can paste CLASSICSOLORIUS2023, and you will get a few candies to make things a bit more festive. Last week, the code was a bit more like on the useful side because we were just showing the update. This one is a bit like we're talking, we're chilling, so yeah, a bit more festive. We're close to Christmas. We're getting closer.
So, if you don't mind, I'd like to answer this question.
Yeah, go for it.
That Project asked. So Project asked the question if I was able or if I got the opportunity to meet the AION team. Yes, of course I did.
Well, not the whole team, sadly.
Well,
but
most of a lot of people, and yeah, I'm probably gonna there's a video coming about my experience. I'm gonna be talking about a lot of stuff that I can talk about. Hopefully soon. Yeah, it's amazing. It's amazing being here. It's amazing. As a nerd or an AION fan who has been in AION for the beginning, if you see this huge ass banner of AION with that, with those AION characters, let's say that, because I don't want to spoil anything. It's amazing. I don't know how to say
we have really
it.
nice stuff in the office that we can't show every time, but we will at some point manage to show them on stream. We will have them. And so yeah, I think from the team you met, Galeas, you met Jojo, you met me.
Yes.
Or the wizard behind the streams you met also.
Yeah.
And the
and
big boss for
obviously the big background, the one with the lady. I want that obviously for my bedroom.
Yeah, because you have a very big screen, like a photo, but it's really I think 3 meters by 2, so it's huge, and yeah, it's amazing. So yeah, any plans for events similar? Oh yeah, regarding events, thank you for asking the question. So I can't say everything, of course, because it would be spoiling. The event starts very soon anyway, so I won't be able to say too much. But we've been asked a lot about Cube expansion tickets. So we've been saying it will happen soon. So yeah, it's still soon, but it's we are very close. You will be able to get...
Can you maybe
No, I can't say more.
A little bit? Okay.
But yeah, it's coming.
I tried.
So yeah, you can expect a very good news on this side.
But there are plans for a lot of different items for events that people need.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, it's not only Cube expansion.
Yes,
we won't only have one event with Cube expansion. There
Guys,
are many items,
trust
useful
me,
items.
I have been trying my best. From this morning when I arrived till now, I've been pushing so hard for everything that I thought of. So, yeah.
But yeah, we're used to this, so yeah, we won't spoil too much. But yeah, I've been allowed to tease you about this, so there you go. You're welcome. So yeah, you can expect good news on this side. So yeah, I didn't see any question about sanctification or combat a lot, so I think we will move on. So Baloria, so these are the changes to Baloria as a whole. So changes in the map, like the new world bosses and stuff like that. So So we will have new named monsters. We showed them on stream. We showed both of them, the Helios, like on the Helios side, Ingison and Gerkmaros side. So we have Enraged Debil Karim and Enraged Lakara. They will spawn Saturdays at 11 p.m.
That's gonna be so much fun.
And you have
so much fun.
You have 23 hours to kill them, or they will despawn. So I don't doubt that they will die within 23 hours. Like there is no doubt in my mind that they will die every time. Oh, you think they can survive a whole day?
I honestly don't think so.
Yeah,
but it will give a lot of PvP. That I'm gonna say that. And
yeah, that's true.
You know,
but that's the whole point. Like we want people to fight against each other.
That's true.
So yeah, so there will be a message 10 minutes before they had spawn, and they will despawn 23 hours after. So, but yeah, I don't think we will ever reach this point.
Well, all I can say for this is, regardless what you're doing, take a break. Just take a break. Trust me, just take a break and do the bosses. It's a lot of fun.
So yeah, it's PvPvE, we can say, because we have the boss and the other faction trying
it's
to
gonna
get
be
the
more
boss also.
PvP, to be honest, but yeah, I agree.
When you're bored, you can throw a spell or two on the boss. So yeah, so don't hesitate. It's only once per week, and it's timed, so it would be a shame to miss it. So there is a rift to get to the entrance of Salvatore Canyon. We also showed it on stream last time, so no surprise on this side. So the rift is not permanent, it's only here when the road boss is around. We changed also the state, I should say, of some monsters in Ingison and Gekmaros. So some monsters become elites, so that comes with more stats, but also, I guess, more loot, if I'm not mistaken. So, do you know what kind of loot we can expect from this monster now?
Well, we obviously have, it's mostly accessories, to be honest. You know, eternal accessories, as it says on the thing as well.
So... Is it in the... Oh, no, it's because...
I have the different one. That's one, yeah. This time I have the better document. So what I was saying is it will mostly drop accessories, PvE accessories. Pretty strong one that usually, I mean, especially on the Helios side, we have this huge league that is doing tremendous work. So just try to get yourself involved and just be active, and you can grab your hands on it. Message the right people and you should be fine. Nobody's excluded as far as I know. And so
usually we don't have that many reports of people being excluded or anything, as long as they take the steps to go towards other people. So yeah, absolutely don't hesitate. It's an MMO. It's meant to be played with friends or with people you don't know that could become friends later on. So yeah, absolutely don't hesitate. The game is...
Someone is just saying about Xform. To inform you, because someone is saying Xform spammer. The thing is, there is another tremendous change with Xforms, which is that usually when an Xform logs out, the timer stops. And that got removed. So when an Xform logs out now, the timer will continue.
Yeah, so you can't...
So logging out is not an option anymore, which basically means that dual Xforming is also not an option anymore.
So yeah. That's a big change. So we will see it in the patch note later also, but yeah, it will happen. Like I know many people spoke to me about that. Like they were worried that people could keep doing it. So no, it will not be possible anymore. So yeah, so the monsters, you have the elites, so you have the list of when they spawn.
Yeah, that's why, you know, the timer is so important, because you can't be just X-forming and getting in everything on your own. Like that's not gonna work. So
we need to choose which one you have.
Which one to go for.
Oh, actually, I had another question regarding drop as a general thing. I've been asked if in 2.5 the drop rate will change.
No.
So yeah, they will only change in Beshmundir, as we mentioned earlier, but the overall drop won't change.
So technically the drop would have changed, but it didn't. Which is amazing. Yeah. So drops for now will stay the same.
We also got this question many times.
Exactly. So, yeah. And as from the patch notes, you can also see that, you know, the 2 million cap is in there.
We'll also get to it later.
Technically, grinding is still an option.
how much of the BT drop rate change? I don't have the exact numbers. It has been increased, but I can't say the exact percentage.
Well, the thing that I like with the BT changes is that the eternal ones was increased, not the golden ones. So that is definitely positive.
Yeah, we'll
see a difference,
only
I guess.
Increase the interesting ones.
Yeah.
So that's
can we upgrade E55 to eternal one, or it's no, we can't do that. That was never a thing, and it's never going to be a thing.
Even in the battles.
Yeah, you can upgrade later non-elite gear into elite gear, but gold to gold, not gold to eternal. If that answer helps you.
So that's it for the special monster that can spawn. There will be a message if you can get eternal gear or better from these monsters. There will be a new daily quest for fortresses. So yeah, as you can see, so it depends on whether you have your faction have captured her fortress or not. There will be a new rift between Ingison and Gekmaros, so that means more PvP.
Definitely.
So
more
the rift will
appear
appear on Saturdays and Sundays at 11 p.m. And I will remind you of something. On Saturdays at 11 p.m. we have the world boss spawning, so you can go directly to the other side and fight your way through the world boss. So, and it's only for 1 hour. So. Yeah. We have an upward reach allows you to reach the bridge in the Great Fish and Geltmaros.
Doesn't affect us, Elios.
Yeah, for you have new islands to reach the rift. So one new access to the ridge on each side. So we changed also the waiting time for the artifact captures from 10 minutes to 5 minutes, so it will make things a bit more dynamic. And so yeah, so these are like a bit of changes for the battles overall. So yeah, but nothing too exciting. So these are the new items to change. This one I think it's a bit more important. The location with kisks can be put because like it's kind of part of the fight. To find good spot for your kisks. So this changed. Be careful.
There are also new Kisk coming actually for Legion Kisk that actually go for 4 hours rather than 2 hours.
And with 2.5?
Yes, should be coming with 2.5.
That's cool.
I sometimes mess up patches, but I mean, there are smart people in the chat, so they will correct me anyways.
And we will find it because
they will throw stones
there was everything in there. So a few fixes also. So yeah, Balea Fortress terrain was sometimes not displayed. This one, I even saw it myself a few times. So yeah, so everything will be fixed.
There you go, the Abyss changes.
And that's it for Baloria. So now the Abyss changes. Do you want to go over there?
I'm just thinking right now if I forgot something for the Baloria changes. I think that should be it. Yeah, should be fine. If I remember anything, I'm just going to throw it in there.
Yes. Also, there was one question, will people be able to access the dungeons without owning a fortress? And the answer is no. You still have to own one fortress to access the canyon, and then you have the dungeons. Yes. So yeah, you still need to have one fortress. It's not with 2.5 that this will change. So.
Well, I am going to include that having one fortress on the upside map is definitely a positive thing, because if you go through the patch notes, you will realize that on your own map, you will only get the fragments if you do the daily quest. And on the other map, you will get the medal itself. So technically, you can get the medal or Azure Gold medals. It depends on what you're going for. But if you're going for platinum medals, owning a fortress on the other map is significantly important. So that's why I definitely have that in focus. My suggestion.
Right. Focus the other side.
Exactly.
Into the enemy. And so yeah, that's it for Baloria this time, I think.
Yeah, that is it.
So the Abyss changes now.
Yeah, so I think the biggest change here I mean, we have different changes, like, the location was changed, from a different island. The entry was changed. So before we had twice a week KKM, that is the official in-game name. And now it's just once per week, which I'm glad of, because I'm not a big fan of those dungeons. and
it means overall you spend less time.
Yeah. So, I mean, with everything else that is coming, you don't
want to run too many older stuff when there are this many new stuff to do. So.
I mean, me personally, even though if I'm bad, I would like to do PvP all day long. Open PvP. I don't need Dredgens. I don't need TI. I don't need anything else. I just want to do open PvP. Even if I die 20 times, I don't care. But that's me.
I can totally understand this.
Yeah. So, okay. Increase the drop rate of Golden Box Relic and Fable weapons in the Croton, Mirren, and Kizis chamber. That is actually huge. For those of you who are still missing the parts, this is a positive change, and it might give you the last piece you're waiting for. And obviously reduce the difficulty of the fortresses. It's also nice, remove the artifact fragment quest, which was available after failing a capture the fortress. Remove the treasure chamber from Seal's West Fortress, Seal's East Fortress, and the Sulphur Fortress. So yeah, I mean, there's not much to add to it. It's straightforward.
Yeah, they are linked to the changes from the first quest we saw earlier, and the new daily quests that are linked to them. So yeah, so nothing big on this side, but except the increased drop rate and only one entry.
Yeah.
So basically, you can expect this. You can expect better rewards in less time.
Yeah.
Isn't that amazing?
Of course. Someone just said, "What about us who enjoy dungeons?" Well, that's why we started with the patch with at least 4 more dungeons for you.
There's still plenty of PvE stuff to do.
There is a lot
on this side. So campaign. So with new content for the Tempos dungeon, there will be a new campaign quest.
Yes.
So that is linked to it, and I think you need to complete it before you can get into the dungeon.
That is true. Yeah.
So you will need to do some questing a bit. So we changed the reportable quest rewards from Tiark to get platinum medals, from Dredgens, from the daily PvP rewards.
So now the change is what I was just saying.
Yeah.
The platinum medal fragments and the platinum medal itself. So
you still get 1 medal, but now you have also 5 fragments, and you need 10 fragments to get a platinum.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like half a platinum medal per quest. So
Tiark, you're getting a medal a day. Dredgen, you're getting kind of a medal a day. And then obviously the PvP kill quests are also giving you maybe a medal a day. And then you have all those fortress quests that you can complete, which gives you can select. So don't worry, just because the platinum medals are in there, if you don't really care about the platinum medals because you're still finishing your 55 E55 gear, you can select, you can decide for yourself which one you want. And if you select the platinum medal, technically it's better for you if you need Azure Gold, because you can transform 1 platinum into 3 Azure Gold with the Abyss NPC.
Yeah. I see a few questions in chat. So there was one about Arena,
Yes.
about fixes in Arena. So there are fixes planned for this update. So regarding having like 3 people getting in the same arena, so that should not be possible anymore. So yeah, you can go a bit up in the patch notes and you will have the fixes for Arena. And also, I saw someone, so Georgic, asking for perks for new players. We will have a new season of Beginner Pass.
Yeah.
I know that it's very nice for new players actually to catch up with older ones. So yeah, it will be a thing again. I think it's once per account, if I'm not mistaken. So you can create a new character, and as you progress, you get more and more rewards.
So in that, maybe I will get a beating later. I tried my best, and I'm still trying to give new players something. And I've spoken to the right people who are actually able to change things straight away as well. And I've made clear, why some things are needed and what is needed. So hopefully I will continue doing so. Even if I have to stay outside the company and sleep. I'm kidding. But yeah, I'm trying my best. I'm trying my best to get as much for you people out there positive as I can. So just bear with me. Hopefully.
And even you as a player overall, or content creators, or anyone.
Yeah, anyone. Yeah.
You can just poke photographies. You can poke me directly. Like if you have any feedback, if you have ideas. We have a lot of ideas, but usually that's not the problem. Like ideas are the easy part to get done. So, but yeah, don't hesitate if you have feedback about stuff we did. Like, of course, the Balik Mats event, we know it was a great one. It was not enough from what we gathered from you. So
well, there is much more coming, but still.
But yeah, it was like I think it was a very good idea, and as I said last week, we will have more of them. I can't say when, I can't say the details, but there will be more of them because we know it was nice.
And definitely, he's not just saying that. I know it's happening. You know?
Yeah, of course. I never lie.
Like whenever they say stuff to me today, I was like, listen, I want to prove. I want to see it.
So yeah, we have more stuff like that. And so yeah, I just wanted to mention the beginner pass because some people asked in the chat, and before I forget, I wanted to address that now.
So Plogal, if I hope I'm pronouncing that right. I'm sorry if I'm not. Mana stones. So there are a lot of things coming with mana stones. There are dungeons which will drop more mana stones.
Dungeons will have new events also.
Yeah, but since there aren't any changes with Tarlox Hollow, one option you could do, try to run it 7 times. I know it can be annoying, but just maybe watch a movie while doing it, or listen to music, or chat in Discord with your friends. Run it 7 times. Take all the mana stones, white and green ones that you don't need, and sell them. And the ones that you do need, even if they're green ones, go to alchemy, level up alchemy. And I know most of you have forgotten it, but you can actually upgrade mana stones. You can actually craft mana stones. You can also occasionally look in the broker, get the cheap white ones, and upgrade them.
I think some time ago you had a podcast with other content creators, and you mentioned that. And at least one of the creators ran Talok during the podcast to make sure if he said the truth.
Arcelon was it.
It was Arcelon, exact.
And I mean,
I think he said like it looks worth it.
Yeah,
so I think
he even blocked me ever since. So he's actually running it with all his tunes, anyways.
So yes, you haven't have proof. So go in Talok. So yeah, let's go back to the patch notes.
We are getting not 60 ones, but you can get the 15 crit 15 ones. You can definitely craft.
So we have some changes in the quest also. The number of cooperation was not displayed correctly, so a little fix on the UI. And yeah, that's those are some quests that were reduced, like the conditions, so made easier. A lot more. So yeah, as we mentioned earlier, we had solo instances for players who want to play the campaign but not having to wait for a group. So you can just go in the dungeon solo.
I think you need to scroll up.
Oh, sorry.
Look what he was trying to sneak by us. Medal bundle contain either 1 gold medal or 2 silver medals.
Oh, I didn't even see.
So Azure gold medals, if you want to make some Kina right now, that is a good way. Gold medals are worth 300k something on Ilia's side right now. If you don't need the Azure gold medals, might as well just, it's an idea. You don't have to. It's just an idea.
So yeah, you can get more Kinas with it. But it's still counted within the 2 million daily limits, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So it's in case you don't have enough to reach the limit every day, you can have a bit more with that. So we were there. Remove the part of the cost necklace campaign when you can choose and play as the Scurv. We reduce the spawn time for monster in Asmodean campaign and remove some loot items. So just making campaign quests more accessible or less, how should I say it, less troublesome, because there were a few issues with that. Fix the teleport function during the Bearing the Gain campaign. So I know that I saw a few messages of people getting surprised.
Yeah, people are getting right now. They're complaining about the prices of the mana stones again.
Yeah.
But I mean, You can always play on Korea. There you pay for attack 3 stone, 800,000, a white one. So we have it good, man.
So yeah, so other fixes with quests, so I won't read every one of them, but yeah, we fixed a few campaign quests. So items now, so because new content, new dungeons, of course there will be new armor, new equipment.
Yes.
PvP one, I think this one is.
Yes. So that is the main gear that a lot of people have been waiting for. Obviously, there's the Cavalier gear, which is going to come later. Keep in mind, just because if it's eternal, it doesn't mean it's the best gear for you.
Yeah,
so
you mentioned
try
earlier
to,
the other gold stuff that you can up to plus 10 or plus 15 pretty easily compared to eternal gear.
Exactly.
And it will be as, if not more powerful.
Exactly. So that gear is definitely going to be powerful. It's going to be really strong with the Platinum gear, the ABG gear, as we are continuously saying for the past in every stream. Yeah, so find out if that gear is for you, best gear. Find out if it's a gear that you should be going for. Because there are classes who can kind of skip this one because the Cavalier gear is much more suitable for them. So just compare stats. If not, then obviously you can always message any CC. They will gladly give you some information.
So yeah, so you have everything. So we mentioned the box. So for 3 other gold medals, you can have a box containing 2 other gold medals.
Tradable.
But this one not tradable.
Exactly.
So 10 fragments also for platinum medal. And yeah, so that's it on this side. These are the crafting materials. So
just one more thing I would like to mention for the PvP gear. Sorry.
No,
I just had to think,
you're
there's
here
a
to
lot
make
of
me
AION
remind
stuff
of
in my
stuff.
mind. By the way, guys, there is no weapon coming till 3.0 PvP. So this weapon, the Eternal weapon, even though it's not elite weapon, it's gonna be BIS PvP weapon for most of you till 3.0. And even with the gear that came out in 3.0, there was not weapon included. Just so you know. So if you do want to spend $1.5 million, I think it cost, then it's definitely worth it to go for it because it gives you a huge amount of PvP attack. No.
No, it's very nice to have tips because even though we play the game, I'm not at a level, I'm not a high level player, so I don't know all of the tips.
Arclos is asking Arena PvP. Arena PvP, so there is a gear, it's Talk gear, and you can get it quite easy. It takes you literally 2 weeks to have full gear, but it doesn't have PvP stats. There is an Eternal gear in the launcher, which basically means that it is in the database, but that gear never made it actually in the game on any region, not on Korea, not on NA, and it's not going to come on EU either, obviously.
Spoiler alert.
So that's why, that's what I meant when I was talking earlier about PvP gear, because there is no arena gear.
Okay, so we have everything on gear. So yeah, we added different terms for equipment to make the tiers, we'll say. Reduced the price of some designs. I know I had a few questions about this, so very nice to see it reduced.
Yeah.
Especially 50%, it's half price, it's very nice.
For the crafters, because it is crafting related, I mentioned we need recipes. We need crafting recipes today.
I already mentioned it. He did.
I already said that.
So we changed the Dwarf Acheron gift into the Dwarf Acheron quality bundle. So yeah, changes in what is inside the bundle. We had the persistent Legion Kisk, as you were mentioning earlier. So it's even 4 hours.
I actually love the fact that the Kisk is for 4 hours.
So yeah, I think you said 2 or 3, but it was 4.
Yeah,
even more.
And that is going to be really important as the game is progressing, because as the game is progressing, some of you might even know that the map currently, Galk and Ingesen, is split to 3. So you have the fortress, then you have the middle one, where the guards are, and then you have the last piece, which technically right now is not allowed to go there, because to go there you would glide into it, and that is not allowed to do. But that is going to change with the coming patches. Not right now, but it's going to change later. So when that happens, you would want to have good spots where you have a 4-hour kisk, so you can go back and do all your TR, dredge, whatever, and then still have enough time and don't need to worry about the kisk too much. So, and I love the fact that the kisk is also a strong kisk, like a large one that can't be destroyed easily.
Well, it's a Legion key, so we had to...
Exactly.
It has to be consistent.
It has to be. So that is definitely positive. I love this change.
So we added the group Stigma Master Summoning Stone to the general store list.
Oh, I'm in love with this. That is the best thing ever. Always, guys, go to the shop. Sorry, I'm saying that. Go to the shop. There are a few things you need to play the game. And if you don't have those things, then I don't know, man. You're doing something wrong in my opinion. I'm just kidding. You're not. So what I'm saying is, cat is really important because it buffs you. And you need a storage pet. Even the one from Deva Pass or whatever. Yeah. Use that. Put all your Stigma stones in there. And then you can switch around as you are playing the game and don't have to always go back to change your stigmas. So I love this summoning thing.
See, in Gameforge, we have good ideas. So we added items to the Symbol of Glory distributor. Headgear can now be purchased via the Head tab from the Symbol of Glory. So
everyone is going to hate me because I said go to the shop.
Well, I mean, there are still nice things in the shop. Like even some of the skins we have, the costumes.
Honestly, I'm going to say we need more skins.
Yeah, I've read a lot about that.
This is something I didn't mention so far, but I really need you to do that for the community.
We've been getting a lot of that, but we're also planning on the long term.
We all know skin equals skill. Yeah. So we need skins.
Yeah, I say it every time. Simple. Skin is better than stats. I'm sorry, but skin above everything else. But yeah, we will have more skins every week. Like I've been doing since the beginning. Every week we have new skins in the shop. So
actually, ones that actually look amazing. Because I mean, we get it. We are old. We should
put everything. So we know that some are liked, others are less liked.
Yeah.
But yeah, the opinion, like I think overall we're doing a pretty good job on skin in the shop.
Press him harder.
Well, I don't take the decisions, so I mean I'm not even pressured right now.
Don't worry, guys. I'm pressing the right people.
So let's start it in second. So the chest items don't overlap anymore. And a few fixes. So when you switch your gear, the transformation was still displayed. You can see everything.
So there is one more.
Yep.
Yada SM is saying, honest question. Does your team ever check official Discord for shop suggestions? So that is something I can answer. My friend, the problem is to put item in the shop, it has to exist as a shop ID. And if that is not the case, provided by, I'm assuming, Korea, it can't be added to the shop. So even if the shop exists on retail already, the skin, for example, if that is not the case for Classic, you can't just move it.
And even, like, I think Galeas also mentioned it last week, even if the item itself exists in AION Classic, it's another topic to have it as a shop item. It's something else. It's not as easy as just you put the item, you drag it into the shop. No, it doesn't work like that. So yeah, we do read your suggestions. We're trying our best to implement them. So yeah.
The Stigma Master shouldn't be that expensive, though. The tradable shouldn't be that expensive.
Good question.
But don't worry about that, because you will get free ones and occasionally. I mean, right now you already gotten a lot of them by just being active. So there is like a event pass coming every now and then you have an NPC in Sanctum and Pandemonium. And even with the free version, if you don't even buy the event pass, you are able to trade the coins for useful items. So I've had that I think 3 times that he was selling those masters. So I have already like 10, 15 lying around with different characters of mine. So that is definitely something to keep an eye on.
Yeah. So that's it regarding the new items and changes. So characters. So as we mentioned, we increased the daily Kina limit to 2 million. No, not regular level. So any level.
So even with level 1, basically, technically.
I think so.
Okay.
It's not written, but I think because it should be irrespective of level, or maybe there is a minimum like level 10. But yeah, I think it's any level. So yeah, 2 million Kinas per day per character.
That is positive, yeah.
If you log out as the Guardian General, the duration of the transformation is deducted. So this one I know will make many people happy because I received a lot of questions about it. So yeah, it will be changed when you log out with the transform with the X form. You won't be like you won't have it when you.
Not gonna lie, I'm the one who is kind of sad about that because I love to X form and double X form and all that. It is what it is. But yeah, to the 2 million change, when that happened in Korea, actually the drop got decreased, but that's not the case here.
Yeah, we still have the same drops, just with the increased daily limit. So maybe it will help also clear the inventory, because I mentioned the cube expansion earlier. Yeah. We also have like inventory pets every month, basically in the pass or
clearing the inventory is definitely something that I think Gale has also mentioned about that a few times, and again. Pressing, moving the tickets into the quest cube would be amazing. The arena tickets.
Oh, right.
Arena tickets, moving them into the quest cube. I'm not sure how
it can be done, but we can forward it. I mean,
yeah, that is definitely something that we
say is no.
need. Yeah.
I will include it in my reports. So crafting changes. So you can now forget about the master or expert state of your profession. So if you want to change the master, being master in another job, you can just forget it and do it again.
Can't. So I've been pressing a lot in that regard. Keep in mind, guys, you can only have 1 master and 2 experts. That is still the case.
Per character.
Per character, exactly. For the coming patches, it is kind of essential that you have professions up, crafting in general. Just try to get some information on those channels. I think Society has done a video about that as well. So it is always a positive thing, and we also have still the event going on that gives increased rates, I think, till Wednesday.
Yeah.
So if you don't have much to do that.
So I see the question on the YouTube side this time. So when it's coming out, the update is coming out this Wednesday. So Wednesday, the 6th of December, we'll have the maintenance at 8:30, I think. Oh, well, we will have you will have the days tomorrow on forums as usual. And so we'll have the update this Wednesday. So it's like we are right before it.
And I didn't even know about it till now.
Yeah, because you were on the
I actually
road
didn't know because I was driving when you guys posted all this information.
Flo was driving, so even the patch notes, he saw it after you guys, after most of you. So, so that's it for crafting. Monsters. So we reduced the number of monsters in Morheim.
Well, use the guards as much as you can because they're going to be gone soon.
Oh, so
just the person knows who I'm talking to.
Arena tickets were going on Quest Cube on retail. Was it different on Classic? As we mentioned many times, it's just not the same game. That's why. It wasn't always this way on retail, and at some point it became like that. So at some point it will become like this on Classic also. There is a personal question, so you answer if you want.
4 hours.
4 hours. So
4 hours.
Big drive. Thank you for driving this 4 hours.
No worries. It's basically a Sunday for me.
So NPC, so we added new NPC to exchange scrolls, chalices, icons, and seals.
Yeah. So that is actually, I think, really good because you can also see. Is it already in there? So you know how you stand there for hours and hours and hours and trade one by one or stack, depending on what you're trading. Now you have like a window. You just put everything in there and press OK. So that is...
That's it.
Thank God,
better,
yeah. Finally.
Well, it had to come out at some point, but...
I remember, I don't know if many of you remember that. That probably Lasse definitely remembers that. Back in retail, we had a PTS server.
Yeah.
And then on that PTS server, everyone...
No problem.
Okay. everyone was given crowns to hand in.
Yeah.
And we would stand there for hours and hours and hours, and everyone just handing in crowns.
Yeah, I remember this
Oh
part.
my goodness. Oh my goodness.
So the consumable distributor no longer sells as gold medal bundles, we mentioned earlier. We changed the cooldown for summoning the Shogo courier to 3 seconds, so basically you can spam it. So it changed the position of certain relic trader NPCs. Well, actually we moved them. We added some, sorry.
We don't know where though, right? Like they are still in the same similar location or the same city. We just moved a little bit further.
I think
back.
we moved them around.
Because I don't remember if that happened over there as well. Okay,
I think we moved them a bit.
We'll find them.
I can't say for sure, but yeah, they will still be in the city.
I mean,
anyway,
it's the same thing.
Yeah.
Crown and chalices. You do that in Divine, you know, with the Shogus. And the seal and icon, I think is the second one in English. You could do that in, Ingison or Terminant or wherever you want to do it.
So there is a big part. We won't go.
What was that with
no,
Crit
it's
Strike?
this one.
Crit
So
Strike is no
this
longer
one.
activated when using Spirit Master command skill. Oh, okay, yeah.
So yeah, a few changes of skill. At the end, you will have a whole balancing thing. We won't comment on every line because it will be very long, but I saw some big changes and some of you who mentioned it during the day because the Patchnotes is in this morning, so we could gather a bit of feedback already.
Yeah.
So yeah, so these are the global skill changes, we will say. So the transformation Crawl and transformation White Tiger effect is now the same as the transformation Mao. So it's to balance everyone. Improve the information for the Templar and Gelator shield counter and the Assassin's Backbreaker. So that's just a new UI thing and translation. So yeah, so as you can see, we also expanded some information about a few more spells and some fixes. Do we have a big fix, like something that was very big?
I'm looking right now. Testing muscular pain in the skill.
So yeah, mostly UI stuff, so...
Yeah, it's mostly UI
And yeah,
stuff.
so we changed some skill effects. That's what I was saying earlier.
Yeah.
There was a big part with
that is
skills
gonna
benching.
come later, hopefully, because I've seen it on the other one. So is it in this one as well?
Yeah, it is
Okay,
in this
okay,
one.
perfect.
You can talk about it, no problem.
Okay, perfect. Other than that, there is like a document that someone made.
I see a big one with everything.
Exactly,
in
with
single
all the
sheets.
changes, and I think Project Turbo will also mention in one of his words.
Actually, can anyone send it to me on Discord? The link. I would like to share it if you don't mind, of course.
The
huge
skill
page.
changes?
Yeah, the big page.
Okay,
because
I think I have it. Yeah,
it's all condensed in one page. Well, I won't do it today, but tomorrow I will share the link, and yeah, it's very nice.
I actually have it on mine. I just gave it recently to a friend. Okay, I'm just gonna send it to you then. Yeah.
So they also we'll go onto the skill changes a bit later.
Oh, there you go. You mean this one, right?
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. Okay. Perfect.
But like if you can have the link and not the picture itself, it would be amazing.
Okay.
I'm not sure. Well, the picture is fine. Also, I will share it just the same.
Okay.
So we now have a change regarding the search and recruitment for group and alliances. You can now, that's something a few players mentioned. You can now search for people while flying. I don't know why we couldn't do it before, but that's very nice to see it changed.
Yeah. One of my Legion member always used to say it's because when you fly, you have bad connection. That's why.
That's a funny way to put it. Yeah, okay, I will keep
network
it.
issues. Network issues in Atreya.
That's nice. So yeah, we fixed some emotes. The solar arbiter will no longer be attacked. So yeah, a few fixes of various items or emotes mostly. like the martial arts movement. Like we know some people love the martial arts motion card, so I couldn't find my word. So yeah, it's a good thing that it works correctly now.
I'm actually quite happy with having, you had at the beginning, you had like a skin or an emote or an idol card in the Deva Pass.
Yeah.
And I hope that stays. I hope that stays in the Deva Pass because it just makes the Deva Pass a bit more special.
Yeah, and we want the Deva Pass to still be attractive because we want people to get it and we want to please the players also. So yeah, I know some people like it, like even the pets that we put inside, like the inventory pet, because we put one every month, so you can have like a rotation of inventory pets. Yeah. So yeah, I think it's very nice.
God Nick, I pressed about this topic hard, really, really hard.
Yeah,
let's hope for good positive things. Let's hope for good positive things. I basically
later on,
took 1 hour for that.
we have time before being into this topic, so no worries. Let's stay on 2.5 for now. So on the UI, change the entry levels displayed in the instance info. So just some UI changes. Yeah. Change the guide for removing arms fusion. Okay. The resource power shot is now displayed in the party UI and the chosen characters UI. You have a lock feature to the inventory, so you can now
that is huge. Actually,
you can not sell stuff you didn't want to sell. So that's very cool. Because I think support had a few tickets about that.
Yeah, a lot of players use that method to put gear in a certain way that they use keybinds with, the razor, that they can use multiple, that they can switch to gear, use a skill, use buff food, especially Templars, you do it, and then move back to the initial gear. So that is really good with that because technically it's harder to do with the in-game gear macros, even though they're really good, but there's just limitations, So yeah, that one is actually huge to have the inventory with the log on it. Yeah.
So fixed cube expansions were not applied well. You didn't have that issue, but we noticed it on our side, so we still fixed it.
Cube expansion.
It will happen very soon, I promise.
I will call you every day if it doesn't.
I will leave the office.
I'll find you.
So a few more fixes. So UI things, so nothing huge.
Nope.
And so then skill changes.
Yeah, so skill changes is a bit a topic that is a bit harder, I guess, because it depends on different
it depends on the context, on what you fight, like how many you are, like there are many things, and just one change on the skill, usually it is not that much of the difference.
Overall, most skill, it looks definitely better, it looks balanced in a way. I don't think we should go in detail because
not
it's just
all of them, because as you can see there are a lot. Yeah, there is this one. Well, it's just the tooltip. But yeah, there were a big discussion this afternoon on Discord about this one especially, because they were like, that's OP, and but that was always the case.
Yeah, there's one thing that people are probably still a bit, I don't want to say annoyed, but it's just that Asmo and Ilios, two different factions, always have different skills. That is going to be removed someday. In the future, obviously. So for now, we have what we have. And if you are playing the faction that has the better skill, I don't know, maybe, then just enjoy the ride, I guess. Because I'm definitely envy of the absorb skill from the Templar, the absorb HP.
That's very nice.
I would love to have that, but sadly it's only for Asmo.
As a Templar, I really like this.
Yeah.
Oops, I said it.
Oh, you play Templar?
So we won't go over every change. You can go onto the patch notes. It's in the forum, it's on Discord, it's on social media. You have the patch notes everywhere. You will have the exasem list, so if you are curious about your class, you can just go there and check the details. I will also share the image I mentioned earlier with all the changes. And I think we're those are the last pages. So as you see, there are a lot. Like even every level of this spell is changed.
There's
So
definitely a lot.
yeah, we won't go over everything. And yeah, we are at the bottom of the patch notes.
Amazing.
There was a lot actually. We were on it a lot more than I I thought. I will go back to this one. Hey.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, I still have questions though, even though we're done with this one. Yeah. So those questions are basically from the community.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna move this here.
So yeah, we had a few questions since last streams. I asked you to send me some questions on Discord, on forum, everywhere. Yeah. So I gathered a few, and some were already answered today, and some will follow right now.
So the first question I'm gonna be asking you, Salanterra Canyon, the entrance on Ilios and Asmos side. There are mobs.
Yeah.
Will they stay or will they get removed?
They will stay. At least for 2.5, even with the new rift to get to the entrance, these mobs will stay.
Okay. So another question that came from chat was, will drops be changed with 2.5? We already
So this one, no. So not for open world at least, only for Beshmundia Temple.
Exactly.
For Eternal Gear.
And then you basically just answered the next question, which was, will drop be changed in BT? Will come another question, a good one. Will combat talent have an impact on matchmaking? I can answer that one.
Yeah.
For now, no. It will happen in the future though. So even though the system that came up is still lacking of a few things, but they are improving it by the patches. So I mean, it's going well. Let's see. So let's go with the next one. Will the instances be accessible even without having a fortress? You answered that one as well.
So no, you will have to have a fortress on one of the two zones, like just to access the Salanterra Canyon as usual until now.
The next question is, will the legion size increase with 2.5?
Yeah, I got this question and no, it won't come until later. So for now, you still have, it's 72 people, right?
Yeah, I can add more information to that in the future. There's a lot of things happening to Legion, so just changes in general. Again, there are videos out there. All the great content creators have created content about that. Just have a look.
And you will have more when we reach these changes.
And then more information will come anyways.
You won't miss it.
Are there going to be new wings?
Yes, there will be new wings with this update. Well, you mentioned, I think, one of them in the arena, in the Imperial Crucible, or one of the Crucibles.
Yes.
So, yeah.
Now I'm going to get to the tricky part, though.
Oh.
Because you weren't prepared for that.
Yeah, I don't think I was.
So the question says, are there going to be new wings?
Yes.
Yeah. And the thing is that in PvP, we should also be getting golden wings. So I do know that the eternal wings we are getting.
Yes.
Do you maybe know if we're getting the golden ones as well? Because we don't know that yet.
That I don't know.
Okay, because it wasn't featured in the...
I know there will be new wings, but I don't remember the details. Our game experts will know. But
maybe Larsa can shed light on that.
If Larsa is around and he has the answer, yes, don't hesitate to answer it.
Exactly.
And if not, I will answer it on Discord as soon as I have the answer.
That'd be awesome.
We talk also internally, no worries on this side. So yeah, I will keep this question in a corner.
Oh, there you go.
Yes, golden PvP wings.
Yes,
get
golden
added.
PvP wings get added with 2.7. So you have both wings. You have eternal PvE wings, new ones coming. And you have golden PvP wings coming.
Want to please everyone.
So that is, well, he said 2.7 though.
Oh, 2.7, sorry.
They're not going to come with 2.5.
At 2.5, no.
Wait, is it 2.5 or 2.7?
I'm confused now.
Now even I'm confused.
Yeah, no, I think he meant 2.5, but he mistyped. So yeah, it will come with 2.5.
Because with I think with 7 we should be getting the eternal ones, if I'm not mistaken. Or maybe they're going to come to 8.
Some people are confirming from Korea, I think, also.
Yeah, so it's probably the eternal ones. So we're going to be getting definitely the golden one, 2.5, just repeating it again. And we're also getting eternal PvE wings that are actually quite easy to get.
What about bots? Yeah.
Bots.
Yeah, I will mention bots because we want also to mention them because they are a plague for everyone, especially for us, because we don't like to see bots running around. So it's the usual. Like, I'm sorry for repenting myself on this side, but yeah, we still have bots. We keep doing a lot against bots. We've banned like thousands since months. We're still doing more and more. We are trying new stuff also to counter them. But like we mentioned many times, it's like a cat and mouse game. So every time we change something, they will adapt some part of it and everything. So yeah, we can't share any detail because that would help them finding out how we do it. So we absolutely don't want that. But yeah, we are still fighting bots as much as we can. And yeah, we'll...
Well, honestly, anyone who is playing active, like literally anyone, basically 90% of the chat, who is going into the Gelk and Ingi zone and is not standing around AFK in Sanctum Apoita, should probably notice that there is stuff happening in the background continuously. Yeah. I mean, I've also shared some ideas. Let's see.
So yeah, we will keep the fight. As usual, we will always keep fighting bots. So yeah, thank you for trusting us on this side. And I think that was it.
Well, there's one more question.
Oh,
it's more like a paragraph. It's like I'm reading.
I think you can just ask the first part of the question.
It's like I'm reading Harry Potter. Will there be an option? Oh, yeah, that was the hiding the combat points. Okay.
I mentioned it earlier. So yeah, so the question was, would there be an option to hide combat talent? You won't be able to. So other people will see your combat talent every 4 hours on the ranking when it's updated. So
here I'm making it tricky again. So the thing is that if we go to the combat points, which you've probably closed it already, so it's fine. There is just a set amount of people we can see. And I don't think we have the search function in there.
I know there...
Like you can't search for a certain person, right?
I know we have the filters by class, but I think there was also a little search...
Okay, because there is a search function in Korea. I don't know if we would have that.
So this is what Fellows is referring.
Okay, yeah. So, yeah, exactly. So it says 1,000 players by combat talents.
Irrespective of class.
Exactly. And then 200 players by combat talents or class for persisting server. So if you just have a low as combat talent point, then you might not be in the ranking and nobody would see you.
That's one way to see it. Yeah.
Always run naked. Always run naked. Just always run naked. So stay AFK or naked.
But you won't be able to hide it. So
so I was trying to see if that is maybe a way because. I don't know, man. I'm actually even curious if Levo is gonna add the combat stuff to his DPS. You know, let's see. Might be an idea for him. Hopefully.
And so we just wanted to make sure on this side. I'm gonna go back there. And so since we're done with pretty much everything, like we're coming to an end actually. So what do you say we give a little gift for players?
I think we can do it now.
Yeah, because they were nice actually today. Like there are sometimes we have many issues, something like that. But yes, today people were very nice. So we will have our usual giveaway. So today will be 4 coupons. No Shugo, sorry. You won't have a Shugo for Christmas, at least not from today's stream. You never know what might happen later on. So I have 4 10 euros coupons to share. So we'll do like usual. We will find a keyword, and when you write it, you're into the giveaway, and you have a chance to earn it.
I will say in that regard that I was able to loot. That will sound really wrong, so I'm not going to say it. Let's just say I was able to loot a little bit the Gameforge headquarters. So maybe something coming soonish.
Oh, on your side then.
On my side.
Oh, that's very nice.
Because I was about to say I looted Galeas, but that will sound really wrong. So obviously I'm not going to say that. Just
so actually very
keep
nice
up with the
Fellow.
CC people. I'm gonna be adding a few things, maybe soonish.
Oh. So I'm just preparing the giveaway because I already decided the keyword that we will have. It's a bit long, so you will have to earn it.
Well, of course I said it anyways, because it's still funny.
Well, of course. Did I write it right? Thank thank you, fellow, for the stream. That will be the
Oh,
code
that is
for
gonna
today.
be so hard.
So don't worry, I will show it on screen also. I'm gonna go there. And whoop,
People
let's
are
go there.
wondering. Yes, of course, I'm German, as you can see. Proper German.
Oh yeah, we will spam the chat a bit. Boom, boom, boom. I can spam. Please don't do it, because if you do it, you might be removed from the giveaway. So that's really pretty fun story. Did you watch the last stream?
I did.
And
I don't
did you
miss any
notice
stream.
that there was a guy, Dark Soul,
Mhm.
that already won during the Halloween stream
Yes,
and won again during the last stream?
exactly.
So like, how lucky can one
Well,
get?
that is the same thing. That is the same thing, because you know that last time the plushie was won by Serafal, who
Yeah.
I mentioned earlier, and he's the same who is also winning the point
Yeah.
system, you know.
That's how it is. Like, we don't control it. It's
It's
just
the lucky ones. It's always the lucky ones, isn't it?
Don't hesitate if you have a few more questions. It might be a bit...
So I joined. If I win, I will call rigged.
and yeah, because today it will be Fellow who draws the winner. So I'm out of it. I'm innocent today.
I imagine I draw and then I win.
Then I might have some legal issues on my end.
Draken is asking if there's a new CC campaign.
There will be a new one.
Mhm.
I think Elias would have talked about it. I think he mentioned it last week. There will be a new campaign. I think it starts on Wednesday or so.
Mhm.
Or is it next week? I'm not sure, sorry.
Yeah.
Maybe if Galeas is still around, he can answer in the chat directly.
And also, if it's okay,
Go for it.
16th.
Yeah, there will be
On the
the
16th,
Christmas game party.
yes, there is a huge event on 16th. A lot of CC are putting their tears and sweat in it, and I'm really thankful that they are doing that. Yeah, it's gonna be on the 16th. I'm just gonna repeat that quickly on the side.
So there
while
will
we're
be-
waiting.
There will be a few content creators playing like at the same time.
Well, there's a lot of planned.
Yeah.
There's a lot planned. There's a lot of things to win.
You will also have Galeas around.
We have Galeas around, and some other people have promised to join. Let's see.
Hopefully.
I'm trying to get as many as I can. So you guys need to be there too. And we need you. I'm going to say that already, because there are going to be a lot of games. But we need you on the day in the game, because
Oh.
you have to do something in game. And that is going to be Asma versus Elios and vice versa.
Oh, so we'll have some...
So if you
Some team
want
fight.
to win for your faction, that is the day. Or you have to wait a year for the title. Okay, let's see.
So yeah, so I saw a few questions. So can you have motion with flying flowers? It will come in the shop at some point. If it exists in Classic, at some point it will be in the shop. As usual, I can't say when exactly. I'm not allowed to.
Well, Sophie,
So-
you can always dance in X-Form with me. But X-Form will not give you a win.
So I saw Galeas answering earlier. So the new campaign will start on Wednesday. So
Oh.
this Wednesday until the 10th of January. So
Yeah.
yeah, there will be a new campaign.
I need to read that. Haven't done that yet.
And so yeah, we have everything.
Okay.
So we have 200 people eligible for the
Oh my
win. So
goodness.
I'm
So-
gonna leave the...
I click on this,
Yep. So just going some...
and then something
Drum
will
rolls?
happen, yeah? Let's do
Let's
it
go for it.
in 3, 2, 1. Haha, I haven't done it yet. Now,
And so Apis D.
Apis D.
Ah, I never saw your name on the winner, so you can go for 3 more. We have 4 winners. today.
Okay, so more.
So we have Apis D, first
Okay.
one. No, don't worry.
You got it?
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
okay.
I will.
Oh, there you go. Right.
Yes. As usual, I will send you
Why
the
does that
coupons
make me
tomorrow.
happy? That is fun.
Well, yeah, but see, it's fun to say like we will give to people.
There's the second one.
So Khalidia Sork, congratulations.
Now let's go for the third
Yeah,
one.
let's go for the 2 other ones. So
Oh,
Bikes Dave.
I know this person.
Oh, well,
Rigged.
rigged.
I call it
It's
rigged.
proven. It's rigged.
Let's go for one more.
And one more. Victoria's Secret.
Oh,
I think the V was taken.
the thing is, I know him too.
So yeah, totally rigged. Yeah, but don't you know everyone in
Well, I do know a lot of people, so maybe.
Oh yeah, it's too easy. And so yeah, we have our winners. So I think
Yeah.
this time we're done. if you have more questions, don't hesitate. I didn't see questions that we didn't answer already. Yes, there was one.
Yes.
Someone was asking if we will have a recording of the stream. We will have one. I will update it tomorrow. Upload it, tomorrow or Wednesday latest on YouTube. You can already have it on Twitch. As soon as we cut, you can already have the VOD on Twitch, so you can still access it. But yeah, we will have it on YouTube. Yeah, it will be on YouTube through the live also. Yeah, that's right. Because that's the first time I make a stream on YouTube because it was done a long time ago by the AION team. So yeah, I think we have everything. When can we say that numbers? What was changed on Ranger stunning shot? It should be in the patch notes. There is the before and after, so you can. I think you have the different values there. And yeah, so if not, you can ask me on Discord, and I will ask our game experts if they know, and I will give you an answer. But it should be everything in the patch notes, so that you can find on forums, social media, Discord, and JF client. You have the patch notes on these 4 platforms, and it's the real one. That's the final one. Sorry. Event for Sage's Wisdom or Shop Solution. Well, we will have event for stigmas in general. I don't think we'll have event for one specific stigma, but yeah, we'll have events. We'll have. Well, we already mentioned a few things that change on stigma side.
There's
so
a lot.
Maybe you will be lucky just with it. So yeah.
Boys and girls, we're gonna have a nice winter.
Yeah,
we're gonna have nice stuff to do. I'm excited. I'm definitely excited, and I'm excited for everything that comes after as well.
And we're really happy to make it happen before the end of the year.
Oh, definitely,
because, we had to postpone a bit the last few updates, and so as mentioned, we wanted to make sure this one was on date, and that's the date we planned since the beginning. So we're really glad that we managed to do it. So very very good, cool that we managed to do it right before.
It's step
Christmas.
by step. Today the stream even start on time. So
yeah, exactly. Today we were
positive.
late.
Everything is going well so
that's
far.
Because Galeas wasn't here. It's his fault. So that will be it for us. So thank you again for being here. Thank you, Philo, for making the taking the road today.
Thank you, definitely thank you for allowing me to be here. Thank you, obviously, Galeas, who is not here right now, who planned all this, who made all this happen, with obviously, anyone who's involved. Had an amazing day with everyone, I was talking for hours with Yo-Yo. That was amazing. That was definitely one of my highlights, and then obviously the loot that is going to be presented soon. It was amazing.
And you even have gifts I never had.
Yes, exactly. I've seen. Oh my goodness, that is definitely going to be nice. To all of you, I always try my best. First time. I'm not a pro like Galeas.
No, I think you were very good.
But if there was an issue, then I'm sorry. And let's try to have positive vibes, and let's enjoy the next 3-4 weeks of Ultimate Gaming, because why would we go outside? We are gamers. It's cold anyways.
It's snowy and everything.
Exactly. So, yes, thank you very much.
Well, thank you all. Thank you again. And see you next time.